Welcome to another episode of the Married Game Podcast. We're the voice you trust when it comes to lust, and we are who you hire when she lacks desire. Some people like chickens because they lay eggs, and Jessie simply said, why can't she spread her legs? Let's jump
That's horrid.
You don't like that one?
It's it'll do.
Well, what you got a better one?
No, I don't. I do not. So I guess we'll keep it.
Spread her legs.
Well, let's give a little context to that.
Do you want to or shall I?
No, go ahead, because you got to say the whole story.
All right, so we've got a guy that's coming through our program. I really like this guy. He's a good-looking dude. He's just a good dude, man. And about a month and a half ago, he kind of told his wife, hey, listen, this no sex thing isn't going to work for me. I think the no sex thing has been going on for 6 to 9, maybe 12 months. I don't remember exactly, but it's an extended period of time. And basically, they just had an anniversary. So he was on the call yesterday or the day before. And I said, so what happened? So he went, had a great anniversary. Because I wish you could have seen how happy her face was. All the stuff was just amazing. And then I went home and I said, hey, do you want to have sex? I think every guy expects to get laid on his anniversary. Is that your kind of same understanding?
I mean, like, not every single or we have to, but like for like the weekend or whatever you guys are doing, like I would think that's would be something you do.
Special for the anniversary, right? It seems like sex and anniversary kind of go together in most people's minds.
Yeah. Like I guess the women will go get lingerie and all that because they know that's what he wants,
yeah,
right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that all sounds good to me.
Yeah.
That being said, she goes, no. And he goes, okay, because you can't or because you don't want to? And she goes, I don't want to. And he goes, oh, got it. Now, here's what happened next, which it was a big concern to me. Let's see if I can figure this out. All right. The first time about 6 weeks ago, she heard his, hey, this isn't, I'm like, you don't have to have sex. Our line is you don't have to have sex with me, but you're not going to also get to ride shotgun with me the rest of my life. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this sexless marriage bullshit.
Didn't sign up for that.
Who the fuck signed up for that?
I don't know.
All right. And he signed up to become the best version of him so that there would be no reason why she wouldn't. And she has acknowledged his positive move forward. And when he did say, I'm not settling for this 6 weeks ago, she's like, all right, I'm going to go get my blood work and check my hormones, blah, 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 blah.
Which is great.
Okay. Well, she's starting to take steps forward.
Exactly.
But here's where it got really interesting. This time, fast forward 6 weeks, she's saying no because she doesn't want to. Not because there's any physical reason why she can't, not because there's any cheating, none of that stuff that would typically. So it's just, she said, no, I don't want to.
And I think if you love somebody and you want to continue a relationship with them, I'm like, you just can't like lay down, like say, I love you so much, I want to give this to you. Like, you don't have to be like super all into it and chains and whips or whatever, right? You can do that still for your husband if you want to continue a relationship with them, if you love them. So I said, well, she can spread her legs.
You could, can she spread her legs?
Yeah.
Like, yes, she can. But here's the situation.
But unless you don't want it to work out, then don't do it. But if you love him and you're actually taking actions towards a better relationship, why couldn't you have done it on your anniversary? That's so sad. Like, he went above and beyond. So should you.
Yeah. And one of the lines that I taught him to say to her was, hey, you keep telling me you love me. I'm only asking for one thing that actually shows me you love me, and you won't give it to me. So you saying you love me doesn't register anymore because I'm asking for the one thing I can only ask you from.
Yeah, because there's no actions involved, it's just words.
Okay, so I've coached this guy for 4 to 5 months in this situation. This happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, you need to tell her you're going to get rid of her the next 7 days.
Which I had a shocking face, like,
whoa. The same way you have now.
Yeah.
And he had a little bit of that similar face, but I said, here's why.
Yeah.
This isn't a hormone issue. This isn't a blood work issue. This is none of that.
Not in this moment. She
Not
could
in
have
this moment.
Right. She could have done it.
She just says, I don't want to have sex with you. And he
How
goes,
selfish.
So selfish. Like, so selfish. Any guy that has his own identity and own self-worth would be like, well, this is what I told him. Go thank her. Say, you don't want to have sex with me. No. Thank you for telling me. Because what he was going to do is like, and that's what I said. I said, what did you tell her when she said that? Because like, I wish I could do it. And I really want this for you. It's like, no, you don't. If you don't fucking do it, your words don't mean shit, lady. Now here's what happened.
You literally can.
So here's what I said. What did you say? He goes, I told her I'm going to be here for her. And whatever it takes, I'm going to do it. And I'm like, wrong. Here's why. You've already done that, bro. You've cleaned up your side of the street. You own who you are. You've stepped into the place. You've asked for what you want. She keeps saying no. And her biggest fear was, like, I'm afraid you're going to leave me because we're not having sex. And the answer is, duh. Yeah. But he's like, oh, shit, you're right. You're right. If somebody says, I don't want to have sex with you, beautiful, then you should not be married to me. If you don't want to have sex with me, you should not be married to me. Why? Because you should be married to somebody you want to have sex with. Oh, and by the way, I have a deal breaker. You know what my deal breaker is? If I don't have sex, or if you don't want to have sex with me, I don't want to be with somebody who doesn't want to have sex with me.
That works both ways too.
No shit.
Yeah.
No
People
shit.
think that you're only just yelling like for the man, but it works both ways too.
It works exactly both ways, and it's real simple.
Both of them are not. You guys made a commitment and an expectation of a relationship, like it should stay that way, or have conversations and are you both okay with it? Because if something massive like that changes, you have the right to leave.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
According to us. Yeah.
I think anyone should stand up for himself that much.
100%. And we see guys get to this point, not real often. Oh, well, hold on. To the point where they go, I'm willing to leave. This is our principle called leaving is a leverage. If I'm not going to stay in a sexless marriage. We have another guy who also is like, hey, man, my wife won't do this. She won't do this. She won't do this. She won't do this. And she's basically like, well, you're just stuck. He goes, you basically have taken everything off the table. I don't get to, what? And she's like, too bad. What's a guy to do? What would you encourage a man to do if he's like, hey, I've done all this?
Like I said, stick up for yourself.
Yeah, stick up for yourself. Yeah.
In your relationship, you should be the only person I go to and ask all these things to, right? I should feel free to open up to you in any kind of way I want to. Not the person that I have to hide everything from. It's the opposite. So I don't want to hide things from you. I want to be able to tell you things.
Yeah, it makes me mad, not at the woman. Makes me mad that our culture and society has brainwashed men so deeply that they're so disempowered that they think they have to stick in this type of relationship. And they start asking the question, okay, she says she doesn't want to have sex with me. What do I do to get her to want to have sex with me? Well, here's what you can do to become the most attractive version of you. If she still doesn't want to have sex with you, why the fuck would you want to be in that relationship? Now, I get it. Culture and society will shame you for having a divorce. The church will tell you you're basically going to hell. So all these people, the 99% I like to call them, the sheep that are running around.
Oh my God.
Right, that's how worked up I'm about it. I feel so bad for these guys. I just go, dude, did nobody ever teach you to have a backbone? And that's what we say. Get your X back, your sex back, get your ball sack and your backbone back. Like, actually be a man and go, this isn't acceptable. How long do you think we would go without having sex before I go, what the fuck is going on around here?
A week.
How long would we go if I didn't have sex with you?
Yeah, I would be questioning.
You'd be like, what's going on?
You don't want me? Like, what's going on here?
Would you want that?
No.
Fuck no, dude. And so here's what is possibly happening. If I'm listening to this show and I'm back when you left me or before you left me, I thought, hey, this is a lot. You were giving it to me, but it's kind of obligatory because you didn't like me.
Mm-hmm, I didn't like you.
There's a guy listening to this right now, and he's like, okay, so I see what's happening here, but is leaving the only answer? And the answer is the ability to leave is actually the answer. The ability to say, if you don't show up, then you're going to have to go. That doesn't feel controversial to me at all, except I know it sounds controversial to a lot of people. I just don't think that way.
I know it sounds harsh, but when you reach that point of your life that you're just not living to the way you want to live, to your fullest, what makes you most happy, then why would you stick around? So that sounds obvious to me.
Yeah.
It sounds harsh when you say it, but it's true.
Yeah, you need to tell her you need to leave in 7 days. It was like, what? Here's why. Her actions have already told you everything you need to know. In fact, you have more actions in your, this is not fucking going the way we want it to at all. You have more actions in that quiver than you would ever need to actually walk away and feel guilt-free and be like, you know what? We did everything we could. This boy cleaned his side of the street. And sometimes that happens. A guy cleans his side of the street and the wife's like, fuck you. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna stay being me and I'm gonna stay whatever in my thing. And the answer is, okay.
Well, that's her right too.
And that's, yeah. Except you don't get to ride shotgun.
In his life.
Yeah. Yeah. So I love these stories from where we're really at, because a lot of guys struggle with this and they don't know where to talk. And I don't know how many people actually are talking about this. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Most people talk about just the dumbest marriage stuff. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with anything.
And sometimes they just try to say anything to keep them together. Well, and then you let her be her or whatever. And like, that is true, but then that causes your turmoil in your life. So then don't stick around. So no one says actually like, well, you get to choose to leave. Yeah. So, but you get to.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's, anyway. Okay.
Segment.
New segment showing up. In Their Shoes. Real stories, real struggles. Jesse and I read the messy, unfiltered moments from marriages just like yours, and together we break down what's really going on.
Let's go.
You ready?
Ready.
Here we go. We've been saving for years, and now it's finally time to buy a house. I want something modest so we're not drowning in payments, but she wants the dream house with all the extras. It feels like she's chasing status while I'm just trying to build stability. How do you meet in the middle when your visions of home are completely different? Vince V, double V.
I don't know any quick tricks. Like, oh, you just got to do this. I think that's between conversations of pros and cons and kind of meeting in the middle situation. But ultimately, if he's making all the money, I think more of the decision of money should be coming from him. But if she makes some too, then it should be an equal conversation of what they want. So obviously, you're going to have to meet in the middle somewhere because you're going to have to compromise and get a house. So I think that if he's making all the money and he doesn't want that much pressure on him, then it would go more his way.
Got it.
What do you think?
I think my first opinion would be, every time you've wanted something nicer and I've done it, I'm really glad I did it.
Yeah.
So.
But you don't like flat out tell me no.
Well,
you think about the things.
Well, you and I want really similar things.
I know, so that's good.
We want similar things. So.
But not everything the same. So when I want something, how do you like come to my vision, or what do you see?
Do you have anything specific that you can think of that I can just speak on so I'm not guessing?
Like every time we've leveled up and got a new house, is it me pulling or you pulling?
Usually you.
Yeah. At first.
Feels like it's you, but it's like what I want anyway.
I
so
know.
I feel like this is for homes, specifically for us.
For us.
I'm so busy, like, I just want to build this business. I just want to help guys. I want to just create an awesome life for us. And the house we stay in, while it matters to me kind of a lot, sometimes I forget how much I actually care about it. And I think because we've had pretty nice houses for the last little while, I'm just accustomed to living in a nice house. This one that we're in now is a financial upgrade for us, but I love it. I feel empowered by it. And so every time I've ever leveled up anything, like when I went from driving, I've driven Range Rovers or Escalades my whole life, and not my whole life, but like the last 15 years basically. And I decided to get a Porsche. It radically shifted my identity. And I was like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting
so you level
to
up.
Feel this. The level up. Well, when we moved into our San Clemente house, which to me, it felt like the house we lived in, it felt like we were watching NFL, like Yo MTV Raps, like Cribs. I felt like a NFL
we really
player.
Leveled up then.
Yeah, it was just
I agree.
Anybody who walked in was like, whoa, this is a really nice pad. I remember thinking at that time, holy shit, you can choose any virtual skin, any virtual reality, you get to choose it. And by choosing it, the quality of your life actually does go up.
We are full believers of like your surroundings like make you who you are and gives you motivation. So when we did level up in that house, like I know I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I want my surroundings to be nice too. It motivates me, it makes me be a better mom. Like I want to clean it, I want to stock it, I want to make it perfect. It just makes me level up as well. So maybe by listening to her will somewhat level up.
When it comes to owning a home, there's a lot of different opinions.
Yeah.
I've listened. My personal advice is I want to listen to what billionaires have to say. Not everybody believes that. Ultimately, I think it's this. Every person's situation is different. Most people, their home, if they go, I'm going to buy this home and I'm going to live in it for 30 years, probably is going to go up. Historically, it has gone up, and it's their wisest investment they've made. That's because they don't know how to invest. So they're like, I don't know what the fuck to do with this money. Let's go buy a home. Other people go, no. My home is great, but I can take the money, invest in my business, and grow my business bigger to where actually getting the home of our dreams down the road will not be a problem. There's a lot of ways they can work, but let's just talk about the environment and what it does to your soul, because at this point, we live next to somebody who's very, very famous, and he's the coolest motherfucker ever, and we're buddies now simply because we live next door to him. And we drive nicer cars than him. You know what I mean? He could probably drive nicer cars, but to me, it's like this. When you show up with a really nice body and a really nice car, or people see you leave your really nice house, they look at you radically differently.
So then you look at yourself differently.
Then you look at yourself.
Yeah.
It's all an identity thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the greatest secret ever told by Norman Vincent Peale, he wrote this book called, or this concept, The Greatest Secret Never Told, or The Greatest Mystery, or the greatest, what I think it was the greatest secret ever told, was you will never become further than your identity allows you to grow. And so that's why like people do the visualization and the manifestation and all this type of stuff. And you sit in those moments. I envisioned, long before I had that sports car, a kid coming up and wanting to sit in my car. Well, it happened. But I felt it and envisioned it through. So I think how you see yourself, and when you expand, you're saying to the world, I believe in expansion. I think that's ultimately why I decided to do the Newport move. I'm like, are you expanding or contracting? And if expanding means you're going to have to grow and do even better than you've ever done, isn't that kind of what you want? So people would say it's forced. Now, here's the energies I'm not into. I got to go get this so everybody thinks this about me. That's dumb. That's just, you're trying to be somebody so other people think something about you. I did pretty much everything we've done up to this point because I wanted it. Why did I invest in this thing? I wanted it. So I think the energy is, if you're trying to do it to impress people, you're doing the wrong thing. If you're doing it because it's what you really like, that's actually the impressive thing to people.
So every time you created pressure, you become better. Every time.
This is true.
Definitely done it.
This is true. And it's always a leveling up of the expansion of the mind where you go, wait, hold on, I can handle this. You're probably wondering how come he hasn't talked about jujitsu yet. Well, I'm glad you asked. But it's the same way. You just start working against harder guys, and you're going, wait, I actually lasted a lot longer than I thought I would. Maybe I'm getting this. Maybe I'm learning this. And so you start to see your identity as somebody that's different. So I think all those things about this question.
It's nice.
Beautiful. All right. Lately, my wife has been sleeping in the guest room. She says it's for better sleep, but I know it's more than that. The distance is killing me. How do you fix things when even your own bed isn't shared anymore? Phil N.
Well, I think you're asking the right or wrong people. I like sleeping alone myself. I'm an incredibly light sleeper. You wake up at odd times. I move a lot, so I feel like I don't want to wake you up. So I'm constantly in my head in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping. So that's why I like to sleep alone.
I think sleeping alone, it just, you got your own spot, your own thing. It's just easier, but not everybody has it.
I know, and I can see why someone would feel that way, because in the beginning, when you started sleeping separate from me, it really bothered me, like a lot. So I had to overcome that. It made me feel like you don't want to be around me. Like, it is really intimate to sleep next to someone. But then I was like, you know what? I get way better sleep. So maybe spin it differently in his brain, that he can when he asks her all the questions, like, you're not doing it because of our relationship. You're not doing it because of me. Is there anything that we're lacking in our relationship? How do you see sex going? Because that may be affecting him too. So if you just ask all those questions and get her point of view, he may feel better about it.
All right. I share the exact same opinion, and we've had a new wrinkle lately that I want to say, which is really awesome. So in our new house, we sleep in separate rooms when we actually sleep, but we've been sleeping in the same bed a couple of nights as well. And here's what happened. I was laying in bed with you, I think it was Saturday night.
Yeah, it was after our date.
It was after our date.
Because I was like, I'm going to stay in here after our date.
And we weren't even planning on having sex. It was just, we had sex the night before. It was a really good time. It was like one of those fucking hang from the chandelier moments. And then we just sort of, because we were laying in bed and we had that slumber party-esque vibe, I started asking you about some questions about you.
Yeah.
And
personal questions.
Very personal. And it was so fun to learn about that. And I thought to myself when I was laying there listening to you, first of all, it made me horny. So therefore we ended up having sex, which was always fun. But I thought to myself, as much as I like good sleep, I really loved connecting with you. Like I felt like we were best friends again. Like we always were best friends, but I mean, I felt so, and I learned a lot about you just because we were laying there in the dark and I'm like, hey, what about this? And what about this? You're like, oh, well, I just saw an Instagram meme this morning. I said, do you notice your child starts to get really chatty right at bedtime when they're laying in bed? And I couldn't know if that was true or not true because I don't know that Jovi necessarily does that, but I can see the other kids did that. And
Jovi does.
Okay, this is why they said it. I don't know if this is true or not, but it's just kind of interesting because of what you and I just experienced Saturday night. It said they actually realized, oh, there's nowhere else to be. My mind can be calm. I feel safe now. Now I can open up.
Like relaxed from the day.
And now I can open up. And I thought, you know what?
Wow.
That's exactly what happened Saturday night.
Like we're not going anywhere. We're not doing anything else. This is it. We're hunkering down.
The lights
calm,
are off.
Quiet.
Like it's,
yeah.
It's
because she starts around bath and then bedtime. She's chatty.
Because it's the day's coming to an end. We got to get our word counted. No, I don't know if it's that, but
I know she's a woman.
Something is going on there, feeling safe and secure and that. So I saw some things different this Saturday night where it's like, damn. I have kind of almost missed that a little bit. I didn't thought I'd miss that, and I don't need it every night. Yeah. But from time to time, the slumber party vibe is such a cool vibe. Yeah. It's such a cool vibe.
So you think he'll be missing stuff like that?
I think that he needs to take her at face value if she says, I want to sleep better. A lot of times for the last 10 years, we haven't slept in the same room. I mean, if we go to hotels, we try and get 2 beds. I mean, we don't have a problem sleeping with her, but we want our best sleep possible so we can show up as possible. And you ain't gonna do shit when you're sleeping anyway.
I'm cranky when I don't get good sleep.
Yeah, so I feel like people get weird, like, oh, you don't sleep in the same bed? They equate that as like,
we don't like each other.
Do you guys how do you have sex? I'm like, well, dude. Even if you did an hour-long sex session, which is not really what we do, you got 23 other fucking hours, man. Like, this is...
I know, right?
You can go into the bedroom, have sex, and then go to bed. So, this is another little thing that most average people don't understand because they believe what other people say. Next, I just found my wife wants another baby, but I don't. We already have 2 kids and I'm tapped out. She says her biological clock is ticking and I feel like I'm a bad guy for not wanting more. How do you handle it when one person wants to expand the family and the other is done? Henry W.
Those are good questions because we dealt with that too. And I had to overcome not having another one, but I don't even think you wanted a 4th one. Because you had 3. You were open to it. You were like, but yeah.
It was more because I know you wanted it, and I thought this is like her life's dream.
Yeah.
And dude, I kind of lucked out because our daughter's been really easy and really rad.
She's so awesome.
Yeah.
But for 10 years, I wanted another one.
Yeah.
For like really bad. And then I just realized, it just
10 years.
Yeah, for 10 years I wanted
this last 6 months, this last 12 months, you decided it is what it is?
That's when I put it to rest. And I was like, this is it. I'm good. Like 100% put it down. For 10 years, the whole 10 years. So then my whole life,
Are we having a slumber party right now?
Does it feel like that?
I love it. I love knowing about you. I love learning about you.
So it just, I don't know. I just come to grips with it, I guess, that it wasn't happening. I think when you already have 2... That's such an, equal input conversation. Because 3, I think 3, my personal opinion, I don't want 3. 3 is maxed out. Like, I wouldn't want the third one. 2, I think is perfect. I can handle 2. So I think if he really is like, that is really, really pushing it, or if he is in the middle on the fence, then do it for her, because she'll regret that for a while. So it just being honest about how you truly feel about it. Both of them need to get really honest about it. Would she be okay with just the 2? Would he be okay with having a third? I don't know.
I'm going to leave you to answer that.
Yeah. You have 4 yourself, so.
Next question. And this guy, his name is Trevor M.
Oh, Trevor. I hope you're not a Trevor.
Let's find out. We only have sex if it's scheduled, like penciled in between kids' activities and her work calendar. It feels mechanical, like a chore instead of something we both want. I don't know how to bring this up without making her feel pressured. How do you get passion back when intimacy feels like an appointment? Trevor M.
My personal opinion is to take her out of the house, schedule a hotel date, and don't ask about it, but let it unfold. Like, have a really good night, because then he'll feel like it's more spontaneous and scheduled. I think that's how you kind of maybe start that process, is showing her what can be done, because she's probably just stuck in her head with the kids and, work. And she's like, I'm doing the thing. You got to take her out of that environment to let her fly, let her be free.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's not the scheduling that's the issue. It's the mechanically chore feeling that stuck out to me. He's saying, I don't know how to bring this up without making her feel pressured. How do you get passion back? So he's got a few questions in here. We only have scheduled. I don't have any problem with scheduled sex, obviously. I mean, dude, nobody says, how is, I want to go to my favorite restaurant. Oh, no, dang, we had to make a reservation. Nobody says that, right? Nobody says that about a movie. Nobody says that about a massage. Nobody says that about fucking anything but sex. Why? Here's why.
Movies.
Hollywood. What's that?
Movies.
Yeah, Hollywood has... Everything in Hollywood movies is not true.
Not in real life, in your real marriage.
Nope.
Right.
It's all fake.
Mm-hmm.
Porn is more real than Hollywood movies are real.
Why?
Because those are two people enjoying the fuck out of themselves. In the porn. Some of them are probably acting, okay? But in the movie, they are 100% acting off of a script that doesn't work in the real world. Hollywood would like men to believe that they are to bow to everything the woman wants. They watch Hitch, my favorite movie, that I went to the theater 3 times to watch. That's the only movie I've ever been and watched live at the movie theater 3 times. Ever. Mm-hmm. And yet the premise of the movie is something that will never work in real life.
The men caving to get the woman.
One guy chasing a woman with stalker-like precision to be able to win her heart over.
Dang. You're not wrong.
And it's one of the best movies about that topic ever.
Yeah.
Okay? All the rom-coms, all the cute meets. We were just watching a movie the other day. I
know, Jovi's like getting into rom-coms. I was like, uh-oh.
Well, it's just bullshit. So, like, what movie we were watching, he just happened to run into her on the street. And, oh, hey. It's like, that doesn't happen.
Right. So that would be spontaneous and fun if that actually did happen.
But it doesn't.
But it doesn't. Yeah.
If you happen to run on somebody on the street that you were already talking to, somebody is wondering, how did you know I was going to be here? Like, it might, the first time maybe, but after the second or third time, like, these cute meets are fucking a little much. So it's not real. It makes the man think that he has to bow and beg for the woman to finally choose him. In real life, real masculinity, the man chooses. He is the one who says, I provide all of this. I can do all of these things. I want you in my life, not the other way around. So it's just wrong. My personal opinion. Now, to answer this, doesn't mean that women are less than men. Because I see your little squint.
You get a little harsh words about it.
And you've been indoctrinated by society to think that these are harsh words. These are not even harsh words. These are not even harsh words, but our society thinks they're harsh. How is that for a deflection? All right. So it feels mechanical and chore instead of something we both want. Let me switch the scenario. Every morning at 6 a.m., I want us to come together in the bed and spend 30 minutes naked, just touching each other, having the time of our life with each other. You in? Let's say he asked her that. And she was excited about it. We would not be talking about scheduled sex. He'd be like, dude, that's my favorite meal of the day. 6 a.m., I'm going to eat. So it's not about the scheduling. It's about the mechanicalism of it. It being mechanical. It made me feel like a chore. Oh, yeah, we're supposed to have sex. Okay, hurry up. That shit's so fucking gay. I hate that. And then I don't know how to bring this up without making her feel pressured. You ask questions. And if she feels pressured, this is the assumption that pressure is a bad thing.
A little bit of pressure is good.
Maybe we refer back to the opening story. The pressure is, if you don't have sex with me, you're probably going to feel pressured because you're going to leave if you don't. How do I get passion back when intimacy feels like a... Now that's the next question. How do we get passion back? Become the most attractive version of you for you. Go to marriedgame.com. We'll show you how. You agree with any of that or all of that?
Most of it.
He's just so harsh.
He's a bit harsh.
Our guy's harsh, yeah. I just found my wife has a secret bank account. She says it's for emergencies, but to me it feels like betrayal. If she's hiding money, what else is she hiding? Am I wrong for feeling like my trust in her just shattered?
Well, does she work, first of all, or doesn't she? I don't know. But start with questions. Ask her the things that you're asking in this one. Why are you doing it? Why do you feel the need to do it? What's in there? How do you get the money? Especially if she doesn't work.
Yeah.
Just, all the things. Ask the things. And if it genuinely makes her feel better and it's not hurting you, then what does it matter?
Who cares? Yeah. Okay, so Jason P. There's two things I'm seeing here. First of all, ask questions. She already said, though, it's for emergencies. Okay. That shows me that she may not trust his financial stewardship because she's thinking, oh, shit, if he's not going to look out for us in an emergency, I'm going to have to look
at her.
So
what happened then, too?
Okay, so I want to dive into that. Mm-hmm. But to me, it feels like betrayal. Let's say it is. Let's say he determines. He gets to determine what it is. He gets to determine what this is or not. He might come to the conclusion that, you know what, that may not work for me, or maybe that might not be something I would do. But if that's how you operate and show up for the world, I mean, people voted for Biden. People voted for Trump. Clearly, people see very different worlds. It just is what it is, right? The thing I really want to talk about is how Jason is going to respond. If he truly feels, if she's just like, listen, we've been on the rocks. I want to make sure I have a comfortable little nest egg so that if you just decide to be a fucking idiot, I can at least maneuver myself. I would think that if that's what she says and how he responds is going to be everything. If he's like, oh, that makes sense, or okay, that I understand that makes sense. Or if he does go, no, I feel like that's betrayal. How he acts at that moment is everything. Most men would throw a huge fit. They'll cry. I can't believe you did this. What are you doing? You
One
did
foot out
this
the door
to me.
already.
What's going on? And yet he would never do that with anybody else. Somebody came in here.
And she's like, see? See?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody came in here and tried to steal from us, and I thought they were betraying us, I wouldn't sit there crying for them to stop. I would get them in a rear naked choke. No, I'm kidding.
Of course.
Of course. I would just be like, oh, thank you. So I will never do business with you. Thank you. It's like this. It's so hard for humans to go, thank you for showing me who you are. I'm good. It's like there's this allergic reaction for a man to be able to like, thank you for showing me who you are. I'm good. That's it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I like to ask questions and see why. And why is he throwing a fit about it? And what has he done in the past to make her feel that way?
Yeah.
Taking ownership.
Am I wrong for feeling my trust in her just shattered? You're not wrong for it. The question I would ask is what do you want to feel? If somebody betrays you, they betray you and it hurts. And They just gave you all the signal and all the indication of who they are. Go from there. Most people don't know how to go from there because they're not grounded in themselves. I break my back fixing things, providing, doing everything I can to prove my love. But she tells me I don't say how I feel enough, that I don't give her the words. To me, actions mean more than empty phrases. But now I feel like my way of loving her isn't enough. How do you meet in the middle when you're speaking two completely different languages? Randy J.
Well, it sounds pretty obvious to me. She's asking for more communication. And he's like, nope, I only do it this way. That's it. So it sounds to me he needs to open up more. She's literally asking. She's telling you exactly what she wants. That lands for her. That makes her feel connected. But how hard is that to open up a little bit more?
I think this guy just doesn't understand that ladies really get off on talking about their emotions and talking through things. And as men, we think, what's there to really talk about?
Well, I like to see action too.
Well, 100%. But for men, most men are wearing masks. Here's my take.
All right.
Most men, because they provide, wear a mask to try and provide as well as they can. So they lie to provide. So lying is the way that they provide. They lie about their business. They lie about the results that their business can get. They lie about who they are and what they've really done. They lie. So they're so used to lying that if they are to open up anywhere and you to ask a liar a bunch of questions, you're going to find out the lie. So a liar doesn't want to talk that much because he's going to betray himself with his words. A. B. Sharing his emotions or finding out about the emotions of somebody else is something that could lead a man vulnerable and can get him fired, can get him no longer the business. You watch men do this all the time. This was back in the day. They'd be like, oh, I'd only get a tattoo up to here so I could at least have my shirt cover it. Remember those days? I used to think that.
Mm-hmm. That's why you have that one.
Well, that's where I started. Mm-hmm. But I was already an entrepreneur at that time. So it wasn't like I was trying to get a job. But that's a thinking, I should only have tattoos up because I won't be employable. Men will make personal decisions on paychecks. They will not be their authentic true selves, so they don't rock the boat of their paycheck. So in this moment, she's like, I want you to talk to me. He's like, it's never been safe to talk. It's never been safe to share what's really going on with me, because what if I actually share what's going on with me and you reject me and you don't like what I'm saying? So I think men are just really professional mask wearers. That's why when you meet an actual truth teller, I know about 7 or 8 in my actual life. I know everybody. There's like 8 of them are like, that person's telling the truth. Everybody else, you're like, they're lying. We see it everywhere. You see it all over the internet. So I think what's happening is a man doesn't understand that opening up is not about him revealing too much about himself, but it's asking somebody else about themselves, which actually people who really learn how to make money realize that's actually how you make a lot of money. Is you start to ask questions, what's really going on? And you start to find out about what's happening. I can promise you, if he sat down with a really interested, curious heart to find out more about who she is, this would never happen.
Yeah. He wouldn't even have to talk about himself and just let her talk.
It would be preferable to not talk. It's almost always preferable to not. Here's what we do to help guys who love to talk about themselves, which is most guys. Next 30 days, don't tell anybody anything about yourself unless they ask. That's a good way of doing it if you're meeting people that you look up to or respect. Don't say anything about yourself until they ask. Because if you do and they haven't asked, there's a high likelihood, 98.5%, that they don't really fucking care. So that would be my thing. But now I feel like my way of loving her isn't enough. It's not. Well done. Accurate assessment. It's not. If your wife came to you and just was sucking all over your kneecap, you'd be like, I appreciate the enthusiasm. Wrong place.
Oh my God.
Come up about 18 inches or however long the fucking thing is. Come over here. But that's what I'm hearing him say. Little fucking kneecap sucker.
That's actually really obvious and awesome.
Randy J. Let's go, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we're just throwing a no-hitter over here, folks. Years ago, I lied to my wife about something small and it crushed her trust. I owned it. I apologized and I thought we rebuilt. But every fight, she rips the scab back open and throws it in my face. I feel like no matter what I do, I will always be the guy who hurt her. How do you move forward when the past refuses to stay buried? Matt K.
Well, if she chose to move on, then she needs to move on. If she chose that. But how do you tell her that? That's the different thing.
Well, you tell me how you tell her. I think I know how I would tell her.
Okay, you go.
Listen, lady. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You almost
sorry about that.
Scaring everyone around you.
My bad.
Okay, go ahead.
You don't want to answer it first?
No, you sound very passionate about this.
Well, I would like to, first and foremost, if somebody says, I forgive you, obviously there's a time where they say, hey, you know what? I forgive you. If there's a situation, I would see it as acceptable to be like, because you broke my trust in this thing, it makes me a little leery to trust you in the future, but I'm not going to bring it up over. I can't. So when you forgive somebody, you know what the word forgiveness basically means? It means the satisfying of a debt, right? So your debts have been forgiven, which means they've been satisfied. So when you forgive somebody, you're saying, this is satisfied. I'm not going to keep bringing it up.
Or hold it against you.
I'm not going to hold it against you. If I'm truly saying I forgive you, I might be leery in the future to trust you, and maybe in that scenario until you prove yourself time and time again, maybe. But I can't keep bringing it up. Like, say, why weren't you home at 7? Well, I was running late. Well, you remember the last time 17 years ago you fucking did da. No guy wants to live under that. No girl wants to live under that. So everybody lies. Women lie, men lie. We all fucking lie. Do you know when the last time you lied was? I think I lied this morning about something stupid.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, like what?
I don't remember.
Oh, like not eating all the cookies, just some of them?
I don't know. What cookies?
Yeah, that's what you do.
Oh.
I only had a few of them. The whole bag is gone.
I don't know. But it's stupid stuff like that.
Can I have a sip? Gulp, 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 gulp. Yeah, I mean, those little ones you do that.
Did you like your filled water this morning?
I did. I have it. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah? See there? We don't have a water machine, but we can sure fill up stuff. That's the bottom line, though, is if you're going to forgive somebody, quit bringing it up. And so how would he say it to her? I would say it just like that. Do you forgive me for that betrayal? And if she says no, then he has to ask himself, do I want to be with somebody who reminds me of my mistakes every day, or do I not want to be? If she says, yes, I forgive you, then go, what does that mean to you? What does forgiving actually look like? Do you think does it feel right to keep bringing it up? Does that still feel like forgiveness to you? Because it doesn't feel like that to me. I think it's those questions. That's how I would
approach
it.
Getting vulnerable and open about it.
Asking questions. Mm-hmm. Just asking questions.
But yeah, then you got a little vulnerable, which is really great because it doesn't feel like that to me.
Oh, yeah.
Which is good.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
because then she can see your point of view.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're trying to slice my head off, aren't you?
I'm aiming for that elbow. My husband just got promoted and I'm proud of him, but now he's gone traveling most of the month. I feel like I'm raising our kids alone, and when he's home, he's still buried in emails. How do I support his success without feeling abandoned in the process? Holly M.
That one is difficult because you want to support them and motivate them, and you want to grow and do better in life. There's an adjustment period on her end that she's going to have to deal with, but also getting open and vulnerable with him about how she's feeling. When you started traveling a lot and Jovi was little, even when you came back, you're not back. It took like days to come back mentally. And so if you share your heart about how, he's not back and he's not present and then he's gone again, he's like a day a week here. That's not what you want to feel in your partner in life. Like lonely. You don't want to feel that way. So I think being open and talk to him about how you're feeling is good, by also supporting and saying, I know this is the new change. It's going to take me some time to adjust to it. Also on her end, I think getting some babysitters and time off for herself will make her feel better about him gone too. Because that's what I had to do. I had to be like, you feel guilty for getting a babysitter when you're supposed to be home. But you got to think about yourself too. Like if he's not there because he'll take some of the load off, but if he's not doing that because he's trying to better your life, there's things that you can do for yourself too. Getting a babysitter, scheduling facials, scheduling some time off, times with friends. Like that's how you kind of fill that time. And also remember to schedule time with him. but also getting vulnerable about like, are there's sometimes where you can go a day later? Do you need to go this long? You know, kind of make an adjustment like that.
Yeah. Okay, so that's from the woman's perspective, and I think it's beautiful. A couple of things I'd like to add to that, and then go from the man's perspective. So from a woman's perspective, I would say, do you guys know what your shared vision is? Like, if you just feel like, oh, he's just out, but I don't know why, then she's going to feel neglected. But if she's like, no, he's going away because when he comes back, it's we're only doing this for a time so we can get to this next spot.
Yeah, there's an end in sight too.
There's an end in sight. She'll be able to be like, okay, we're doing this. She'll feel like we're a team in this together. That's it. Like when I travel now. So she feels
like she's doing her duty too.
Of course.
Not just left behind in the dust.
Exactly. Not left behind, but also we don't want her to feel left behind, but a part of the team. Even when I travel nowadays, I'm like, you know where I'm going. We're going to do the thing. And I try and keep you involved as much as possible.
That makes me feel a lot better.
Of course, because now it's like, oh, we're doing this thing together. So that's what I would say from the woman's perspective.
Well, and recently you went away and I was like, I'm getting a sitter. Now I'm having girls' night because I got to go. And then when you come home, I feel much better.
Okay, but what you just described is the next piece I want to tell the guys, but the woman needed too, and it's called autonomy. It's called the ability to go have fun in and of yourself, with yourself. And a woman can be like, I'm getting a babysitter so I can go out with my friends because I need to go chat. I need to go talk. I got a blue tongue. I need to release on my friends. I got to get all this shit out.
So when they come home too, the man, then it's not all that pressure on him. Like, take me out, do this, da-da-da-da-da.
Okay, well now A or B. Yes, that's super. Oh, that's a really good point. Yeah, the more a woman can create a life that she can create happiness within herself, the less amount she's going to look to her husband like, why can't you make me happy? It's like, you ain't even happy with you, lady. Most guys aren't happy with their wives because they're not even happy with themselves. So they don't even know what it's like to be like, you know, I actually fucking love myself. And you add a lot to it, and the sex is great and all this other stuff. But honestly, I love me. Most guys can't say that. Now let me talk to the guys. He got promoted, proud of him. He's gone traveling most of the month. I feel like I'm raising kids alone. And when he's home, he's still burying emails. So how do I support his success without feeling abandoned in the process? Okay, so first of all, winning in the workplace but failing in the family is not success. If a guy actually feels that, he's going to start to go, okay, I got to make sure that things are getting appropriate love. Right? You can't say, wow, I've got this amazing tree. I'm going to put all my water on the tree so the tree grows. And then every plant that you're also in charge of dies. You have to water everything or else it's not going to be green. Like I'm sorry to say that, but there's gardening 101. Don't water the plant. It's going to go brown. He needs to ask himself, why am I buried in emails? If I'm traveling, I'm doing my thing. And that's what I'm going to guess. This is probably right, but it could be wrong. I doubt it, but maybe. This motherfucker just needs to get up at 4 a.m. and to 5 a.m. and handle all the emails every fucking day. So that way he doesn't try and handle them all through the day. And hold on. And hold on. And hold on.
That's before everyone wakes up.
Just handle your shit. So that way you can actually be present when you're home.
Be intentional about your schedule.
Yeah.
Yes.
And actually stick to it and be disciplined and quit fucking around.
Don't be like, put it off and be like, I'll do it later, because then you're half-assing everything.
You're half-assing everything, and half-assing everything is just not the real way to go. So with that being said, those were some real fun stories. Those are some good stuff. Hopefully the guys got a lot from that. That's some real
stuff.
Yeah, it's stuff that actually happens. But really, when it boils down to it, my thing that I want to connect with the guys on and make sure that they understand is it's all about your intention. If you feel like I'm really into you, most shit doesn't matter.
It's true.
And when you feel like I'm not into you, everything matters. If you don't actually think I really care about you, then you're going to just, everything I do, if I don't even look at you long enough and I look over here like, why didn't you look at me? Like
I love to be the center of your attention. Not all the time.
Not all the time, but
when it's our time.
Yeah.
Because we're intentional about our time. Mm-hmm. But so if I don't feel that from you, I'll be like, you don't like me. No. I'll start getting naggy in my head.
You ever feel like I don't like you?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Interesting.
I know.
I must be really good at this polarity thing.
You'll get in your zones where I feel like you don't like me because intention's not there. But I know why logically. And I'm like, okay, well, we need time, or I don't feel enough. That's some of your attention doesn't land that you feel like it is. So yeah, sometimes I do.
You know, I think that you're right. I think you're right. And most guys don't have real intentions for the way they're showing up to life. They're just kind of letting things happen. But the ones that are really intentional, they seem to get everything that they want. And the only way to get that is just not be distracted. But most men are really, really distracted. They're like, oh, I wonder what happened on the football game. It's like, well, your wife fucking hates you. So Saquon Barkley may have ran a fucking touchdown or 7. He may have broken a record. Oh my God, he broke a record. And your wife hates you. So priorities. That's, I think, what a man needs to understand is what the fuck is a priority. So maybe you're watching, maybe you're listening, maybe you're wondering, hey, sounds easy for you guys. Well, it wasn't. It wasn't easy. You used to feel like I hated you and you really didn't like me. That's why you left. I want to go back to that thing where you said, I want to be your center of attention. And I want to remind the boys here, hey, listen, I don't care what any feminist told you. I don't care what your college professor told you. And I don't care what the blue-haired barista over at Starbucks told you while you were getting a mocha latte. A woman thrives on one thing, and that is the sunlight of your attention, that you actually fucking care about this human. She just said it. I want to be the center of your attention. When it's time. Not always, but when it's time that you are actually present. Put your phone away. What the fuck are you doing on your phone? Tell your boss if you're buried in emails, dude, I don't have any time with my wife. And if your boss goes, oh, sorry, man, it's just the way it is, then go fucking find a new job. This is the thing I wanted to hit on that card that I forgot, was about the autonomy of a man. For him to go, oh, wait, you know you're not a victim, right? You know you can go get another job? Well, you don't understand. No, I do fucking understand. I was a carpenter making $6 an hour making cabinets, and I wanted to get better. So I went and did another job. And then I went to move to Montana, and guess what? I made a whopping $9 an hour. $9 an hour. And then he gave me a raise to 10. Fucking rich. And then an electrician came by and said, man, you seem pretty handy. Do you think you want to be an electrician? I go, how much you pay? And he goes, we start you at $13. $13 fucking dollars an hour? Holy shit, sign me up, dude. You have room for another more? I got a best friend that needs a job too, right? So I made $13 an hour. And then it was always that I'm not stuck here. I will do whatever the fuck it takes. And if you, dude, you were there in that hotel room. I'm not just preaching because I think I don't understand what I'm talking about. I've lived every one of these scenarios. I've walked through every one of these things. I've had my heart ripped out. I've had my stomach all fucking drop out. I've had my throat full with all of the knots, the same as you. And guess what? I kept fucking going. You know why? Because I wouldn't settle. And if you're saying, you can't talk to your boss about your life being fucking ruined and your wife wanting to leave you, then your boss is a fucking idiot, and so are you, and you need to knock that shit off. So here's what we really need to do. Realize that you are the creator of your life. If you don't understand that, then none of this shit matters anyway, because you're going to be like, but she won't, and she won't, and she won't. Good. Goodbye. Goodbye. You're not man enough to handle that? You can't be alone? Most of you guys, your first wife was the first woman that would actually suck your dick, and that's why you married her. And you thought, oh, I don't have to worry about that anymore. I don't have to actually become a valuable man. I don't actually have to become an attractive man because this lady already said yes. And then as you grew, you start to say, oh, shit, I really sold myself short. You're selling yourself short again if you're not always going, wait a second, I'm the creator. I can create anything I want. I'm a living, breathing example of a $6 an hour carpenter, cabinet maker nonetheless. Cabinet maker, which basically means I had a sawdust mask and I fucking sanded cabinets for about 8 hours a day. That's what I did. And we've created a multiple 6-figure-a-month company teaching you how to get your dick wet. So anything is possible. If a $6 an hour carpenter can do it, so can you. But it all starts with the mentality of saying, hey, I'm not stuck. I'm a creator, and I'm going to be autonomous to be able to create what I want to fucking create. So that is the real energy that you need to get your wife even attracted to you. So you didn't get off the I don't have to be attractive train. You settled and you sold out way too soon for way less than you should have. And I'm here to say, wake the fuck up. You can get what you want by becoming what you want. And it's going to take you learning skills. It's going to take you being around men that are going to be, why are you settling? This is some bullshit. Step the fuck up. And guess what? It's going to hurt your little baby ass feelings. And you need them hurt, because that's the only way you're going to get to what you actually fucking want, which is the life that you want and the wife that you want. Anything you want to add to that?
I love it.
Fuck yeah.
Here for it.
Fuck yeah, America. Let's go. And as always, if you need a book like this one with the big Keith Yackey at the bottom, you can get it free. You can get it absolutely free at marriedgamebook.com. This book, we just had a report last week. A dude read it 5 times. His wife was on the border, on the brink of divorcing him. He read this book 5 times, realized, fuck, I'm the problem. And he went and made it happen. She now is madly in love with him. They have sex sometimes multiple times a day, all because they read this book. So if you're that guy and you're like, he's always talking about the book. Well, have you read it yet, dum-dum? Then maybe you should go to marriedbook.com and you go marriedgamebook.com. If you go, man, I want to talk with you. I want to figure out how I can get this thing jump started. And you're like me, you're an action taker and you want to fix shit fast. Well, then you go to marriedgame.com, watch that video, book a call, and we'll have a chat. All right. And as always, keep crushing it, because that shit is contagious.